Meanwhile, in the realm where the original Reality Bites exists, the cast members are discussing the nuances that they want to place in the next scene. Did you people notice that we were suspended above the ocean near the Golden Gate Bridge in a holographic image that can only be seen in the archetypal realm where Reality Bites 2 exists? I did notice that. That must mean that we can not only see into the future, but we can see into the realm of archetypes where Reality Bites 2 exists in the future. Suddenly, they look again into the realm where Reality Bites 2 is taking place and are approached by Leilana Pierce. Hi, Winona. I'm Leilana Pierce, the archetypal character that was created by you. This is amazing. I'm talking to my own character. I want to tell you something, Leilana. There's a guy named Mike Meyer from Chicago who would really like to meet you. In the early 90s, where you are, he is a student at Loyola University in Chicago studying accounting. He fell in love with you watching Heathers and feels that you are his predestined lover. In the year 2022, where he is now, he is a college graduate who has worked in accounting among other things, but wants to make movies with you. I would love to meet him. How can I? I happen to know that he will be seeing Reality Bites 2 at a theater in Chicago when it comes out. Maybe you should wait for him outside of the theater. When he departs from the theater, you can surprise him. Imagine his sheer excitement at unexpectedly seeing you, Winona Ryder, star of Reality Bites, the movie he just saw, outside of the theater after he watched it. I think that's an amazingly wild and exciting idea that would be too thrilling and enlivening to pass up. Let's do it. Let's think about what we're going to say to him in advance. Yeah, we should. Meanwhile, in the archetypal realm where Reality Bites 2 exists, Mike and Leilana decide to go to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast. They're eating their breakfast, watching a portrayal of the diner scene from Reality Bites performed by two young people. The actor and actress are dating in real life, having fallen in love during the performance of their scenes. They are having a fight and abruptly end the scene. It seems that the guy who is portraying Troy is having an affair with a woman in real life who looks like Winona Ryder. Michael and Lana, disappointed by this, decide to go back to Mike's condominium to perform some more William Shakespeare dialogue. Mike and Leilana thoroughly enjoyed their performance with Shakespeare dialogue and sat on the couch late into the evening, drinking beer and having a deeply philosophical conversation. It feels so good just to be in your presence, Leilana. To drink beer and feel your touch. You have such an insightful mind and beautiful soul. Yeah, Mike, you and me, some beer, and some fascinating conversations. That's all we need. Yeah, Leilana, you and me some beer and passionate love. You got it. That's all we need. Uh, um, my acting performances elevate my soul to a place of sublime peace of mind and transcendent pleasure. I agree, Leilana. This transcendent pleasure is not only a pleasure of the physical form that we inhabit, but it takes us on an excursion to the undiscovered depths of the human soul that can only be seen by enlightened minds that have crossed over from the merely living form of existence in the tangible world of human interaction to a world of sensuality and pleasure as we stare into the boundless expanse of immortality. It is quite a pleasure. All of a sudden, Mike and Leilana hear a couple fighting in the streets below his condominium. Is a guy and a woman who portray Troy and Leilana. I hear people from our theater fighting. Let them straighten it out. Let's perform some more William Shakespeare. Mike and Leilana practiced some more dialogue. Okay, I'll do a little bit of. I wasn't going to do any Shakespeare. I'll do a little bit of it. Scene 5, Capulet's Orchard. Uh, which act is this? Whatever. Okay. Enter Romeo and Juliet aloft. Wilt thou be gone? It is not yet your day. It was a nightingale, not the lark. That pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear. Nightly she sings on yon pomegranate tree. Believe me, love, it was a nightingale. It was a lark, the herald of the morn. No nightingale. Look, love, what envious streaks do lace the severing clouds in yonder east. Night's candles are burnt out. Stands tiptoe on the misty mountain tops. I must be gone and live or stay and die. Yeah, light is not daylight. I know it. It is some meteor that the sun exhales. To be to thee this night a torch-bearer, and the light on thee and the way to Mantua. Therefore stay yet. Thou needst not be gone. Let me put to death. I am content, so wilt have it so. I'll say yon gray is not morning's eye. 'Tis but the pale reflex of Cynthia's brow. Nor that is not the lark whose notes do beat the faulty heaven so high above in our heads. I have more care to stay than will to go. Come, death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so. How is it, my soul? Let's talk. It is not day. It is, Hyads. Be gone away. It is a lark that sings out so out of tune, straining harsh discords and unpleasing sharps. Some say the lark never makes sweet division. This doth not so, for she divideth us. Some say the lark and loath toad change eyes. Oh, now I would they had changed voices too. Since arm from arm that voice doth us affray, hunting thee hence with hunts up the day. Oh, now be gone. More light and light it grows. More light and light, more dark and dark our woes. Oh, okay, so it was Act 3. Okay. Let's go to Act 4. Scene 2, Capulet's house. Enter Capulet, Eddie Capulet, nurse, and 2 or 3 serving men. So many guests invite our hearers writ. Exit a serving man. Sir, go hire me 20 cunning cooks. You shall have none, for I'll try. How canst thou try them so? I'll cook that cannot, therefore he cannot. Go, be gone. We shall be much unfurnished for this time. Okay, so that was enough of that. Okay. Michael and Leilana thoroughly enjoyed their performance of William Shakespeare dialogue. Leilana slept over at Mike's condominium. They got up the next morning to go to Pancakes by the Bay. When they got there, to their astonishment, they saw Troy arguing with the guy who portrays him. Leilana is with me now, Jim. I thought you... having an affair with another woman. I want Darlene again. My feelings for her have come back. Leilana is mine. Mike walks up to Jim and Troy to speak to them. This is unusual. You guys are fighting over the girl who portrays Leilana in an adaptation of Reality Bites at Pancakes by the Bay. Why do you think this is unusual? Because you're the guy who portrays Troy and he's Troy. Troy couldn't get Leilana because she wants me. And now he's trying to get the girl who portrays Leilana in a Reality Bites adaptation. All of a sudden, Troy and Jim get into a bloody fight. Darlene, terrified by this, runs home screaming. She gets to her home, a modest apartment in San Francisco, and sits on the couch of her living room. Suddenly, the phone rings. She answers it. Hello? What? No, Jim, I don't condone fighting. Fighting only perpetuates a vicious cycle of violence. You shouldn't have started with Troy. Our relationship is over. Darlene goes back to Pancakes by the Bay next evening to see if they have somebody to take the place of Jim in the play, and finds that they have replaced him with Troy. This is great news, isn't it, Darlene? I'll be starring as Troy in the play. Isn't this bizarre? You are going to be portraying Troy in an adaptation of Reality Bites, the movie in which you starred as Troy. I like the idea. It's a brilliant adaptation with a lot of expanded dialogue containing philosophical ruminations, among other things. Yeah, it's going to be outstanding. Let's go back to my condominium and practice some more dialogue. Sure, Mike. Mike and Leilana, practice some more William Shakespeare dialogue. Okay, so that was a little bit of my Reality Bites script. At this point, it's more of a continuing saga. It's like a mini series. Bye.